Everyone, I'm Greg, Bioinformatter from Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Moxfield. So this is the box break for you Magic the Gathering's Unfinity, a collector booster box. Yeah, so I've already loaded the two videos for the first two boxes, and the first box was pretty good. Second box, not so much, but it did have a couple of good cards, above and beyond. So this is a kind of set where the value is concentrated in the Shocklands, and in the Galaxy Foil versions of the Shocklands, is where the big value comes. They do have a list slot in the packs where you're getting a silver bordered foil uh, list card that's from one of the prior unsets. And so a couple of those can add some value to the box. There's the Galaxy Foil versions of any of the lands are good. Um, the main set itself, at least at the time that I checked, uh, most of the normal cards in the set, they aren't above, $10 or something like that. Uh, so it really comes down to whether you get your Shocklands and what kind of list hits you get. And so I'm taking the risk and opening this third one rather than keeping it sealed. I do have at least one more coming, so I'll have to make that decision again. Um, but yeah, let's get into it. I've changed the focus of the camera, so I like to do this with a fixed focus. So the background may be slightly um, blurry because I want to be able to hold the cards up closer to the camera. And this time, here's our topper. We'll save that for last. And because I've kind of covered a lot of the cards, maybe there's some that I haven't hit yet between the two boxes, but I am going to try and go through this quicker because the other ones were for detail. Here we're just trying to see what kind of cool stuff we can have, but maybe I'll be able to show you the cards in a little better detail by holding them up closer. Let's see if that makes a difference. Okay. So we got a pork map, a Blankosaurus. So the first one was acorn, and this one's not acorn. So the not acorns you can get away with in normal play. Big winner. Big winner. Alpha Guard. Spinneret Arachnobat. Roxy, Publicist to the Stars. Okay, we have our first attraction. So bumper cars. A visit target creature must be blocked this turn if able. If you get one of those die rolls, put that up top. Saw in Half. So this is at least a popular card, so I think this is a decent card. So that's a good pull. Petting Zookeeper. Okay, that's all normal, or is it? Nope. Okay, so we got this up close. You can see. Okay, you see those sparkles? It's so this is a galaxy foil, I was hoping I could find an angle for this. Try moving the light a little bit. Ah, okay. Okay, so you see the blinking lights there? That's from the galaxy foiling process. This is just a common, but I wanted to show the process. Let's see if I back that up a little bit. That will help. Here's Omniclown Colossus. So this is also in the galaxy foil. Okay, so you can kind of see the shape in there. Okay. Not as spectacular as I thought it was going to be in this lighting. Try doing this in angle. Okay. Ambassador Blorpity Blorp Boop. Okay, so this is the showcase foil. And that's just a regular showcase foil. Okay, here is the list card. So this is Angelic Rocket. Host creature, Angel. When this creature enters the battlefield, flying artifact, you may destroy target non-land permanent. So I think I saw another card like this. There was Serpentine, and that has to do with the host. But I don't quite know all of the rules for that. It's from a prior unset. The other half of this wasn't worth much, so we won't spend more time on that. Soliflora Intergalactic Icon. So it's got nice foiling effects in the background, but I don't think that qualifies as the Galaxy foil. I think this is just the showcase foil version of this. And we have the lands are a big deal in this set. They're very pretty. It's just a basic island, but it's the borderless foil version of that. And here we have a swamp. Isn't this supposed to be? Oh no, this looks like it's just a regular. Normally, I've been getting a Galaxy foil in this slot in the deck. So that's disappointing. Well, look, it looks pretty. It looks pretty, but this one isn't a Galaxy foil, and we have a token, a teddy bear, and a balloon. Blank Bird gets the worm. Xenosquirrels. Boing. Clowning around. Blank Trespasser. Make a blank splash. Pick a Beeble. This is our, it's a common, so the commons don't quite do as fancy of a thing as an attraction. Uh, Meet and Greet Sisay. Crooked Amphibonot. And this is a Galaxy Foil. Let me see if I can. Yeah. Darn it. I really wanted to show this off better. I think it was doing better when I was at a lower level. Um, I think the next one will be one as well. Yeah. I know I'm fidgeting around a bit here, but let me try. Like to get this right. It's as low. Is that really as low as that can go? It's as low as that can go. This one. Yes, the dead silence. As I try to. Yeah, well, you can see the flashing lights there in the design, the background. It's the Galaxy Foil effect, so we'll leave it at that. I maybe shouldn't dwell on it too much. Ambassador Blorpity Blorp Boop. And that's Showcase again. So I actually got one of these in my last box. So as the list card, another Richard Garfield, PhD. So legendary creature, human designer. You may play cards as though they were other cards of your choice with the same mana cost. You can't choose the same card twice. Mana cost include color. So this is like a $37 card. Soliflora, Intergalactic Icon. Okay. And we have a swamp. Another regular swamp. Okay. Here we do have, okay, so you can see in there the flashing white lights there for the mountain. So this is a Galaxy Foil mountain. You have Clown Robot and Treasure Token. None of these, let me just make sure none of these just got out of order in the pack. Nope. I do believe these are just regular borderless foils. So you only have one. Galaxy foil on the land so far. Vlorbian Buddy. Art Appreciation. Decisions. Atom Wheel Acrobats. Space Family Goblinson. So this one is not an Acorn card. And it's, if you're doing a counter deck, it probably can do some work there. It's, you know, as long as you're rolling dice in that counter deck. Because whenever you roll a die, put a +1/+1 counter on the Space Family Goblinson. And it has trample as long as you've rolled 3 or more dice this turn. So a lot of the cards in this set have you roll 2 dice. So it's probably not that hard to get your 3 rolls in. So Pietra, Crafter of Clowns. We have a roller coaster as our attraction. Ground Marshal Macy. So this is another counter card. With it's got this 2-tap, choose until end of turn effect. As long as Macy remains tapped, that effect doesn't end. Oh, so this is the one I thought it was. But still, messing around with end of turn stuff can be interesting. So here, there's another one of these galaxy foils. On. Okay, I'm probably making you dizzy. Let me try this the opposite way. Just to see. Where is the light source coming from for that? Okay, I will stop dwelling on it until I hit something where it's very, very obvious. Don't try this at home. So this is also a galaxy foil. Yeah, maybe part of this is that lighting changes. Because now it's very late at night when I'm recording this. We've got too much ambient light coming through. Okay, that's a little bit better. But still. DK, Finder of the Lost. Legendary creature, zombie employee. Okay, we have Infernal Spawn of Evil as our list card. The Most Dangerous Gamer. Legendary creature, human gamer guest. Death Touch, whenever the Most Dangerous Gamer enters the battlefield or attacks, open an attraction, and whenever you open an attraction, put a +1/+1 counter on the Most Dangerous Gamer. So we have a mountain that's the regular foil, I think. Yeah. And we have mountain. Oh, this one is. Some of these, it depends on the design. So I could see there's a few speckles in here that are coming through. So I think this is a galaxy foil. It's just not that impressive. Squirrel and a stormcrow. Do I have to recompensate? Step right up. A blufferfish. Gobsmacked. Scared stiff. Brim's Barone Midway Mobster. DK Finder of the Lost. Cover the Spot as an attraction. Germain Pride of the Circus. A Good Day to Pie. Okay, so there you can see some of the speckles there. Speckles and shapes that are there in the background of the foil. And actually, yeah, so there, you can see them glowing a bit. That is a galaxy foil. Form of the Approach of the Second Sun. This one is in the galaxy foil. Monaxa Midway Manager. Frankie Peanuts. Katarina of Myra's Marvels. Okay, we have a Plains. And we have a Plains with, so this is very obviously the galaxy foil. See those clusters of little stars, dots of light. Clown robot and treasure. Electrocute. Amped up. An incident has occurred. Finishing move. Priority boarding. Proficient Pyro Dancer. Bounce Chamber as the attraction. Captain Rex Nebula. Okay. Ballerina and the Galaxy foil. So it's a lamb. Yes, they're clever. Clever with the naming of the cards. Exchange of words, which is also a Galaxy. Galaxy foil. Brim. Old Fogey, which is a yeah. So this is a list card, and it is keyword soup with like weird, um, lesser used keywords. We have Jermaine, Pride of the Circus, in the showcase format. And we have an island, which is pretty. And we have a forest, which is the Galaxy foil. Teddy bear and a balloon. You a rock star. Nearby planet. Chicken Troop. Slight malfunction. Bioluminary. Trigger happy. Memory test as the attraction. How is this a par 3? Stilt Strider. And is this one? Yeah, I think that's just regular. Animate Graveyard. Tuscan Whiskers. So it's an elephant mouse performer in the showcase. We have X as our silver border. And we have Comet, Stellar Pup. As far as I can tell, this is probably just showcase, showcase foil version of it. And we have an island. And yeah, so this has got the Galaxy foil treatment on it. Squirrel and a treasure. Prize wall. Leading performance. Rat in the Hat. Motion sickness. Juggletron. Trample. Whenever Juggletron attacks, you may put an art sticker on it. Juggletron gets +3/+0 for each item in its art that's not touching Juggletron. Another item or the card frame. So you gotta find your tiniest stickers and pack them in judiciously. So we have Busted. We have Dart Throw as our attraction. Carnival Barker. Blankosaurus. This is Galaxy Foil. Spelling Bee, which is also in Galaxy Foil. Pietra, Crafter of Clowns, in Showcase. Showcase Foil. Sword of Dungeons and Dragons. So this is like $10-ish, I think. Hardy of Myra's Marvels. Ooh. So we have a Steam Vents and Borderless Foil. So I'm guessing that's like 40-ish. Something like that. And we have a Swamp. Is it or isn't it? Okay, I think that's just regular borderless foil. I cannot detect. Is it? Because it was in a slot where I would have expected. But really, I don't think it is. So, clown robot and food as a token. Command Performance. Hat Trick. Down for Repairs. Wizards of Blank. A Real Handful. Strength Testing Hammer. Spinny Ride as our attraction. Standard Procedure. It's a mythic. So reveal Standard Procedure from your hand. Choose an instant sorcery card with mana value 3 or less. Currently legal in the standard format. Standard Procedure becomes that card until end of turn. Super Duper Lost. Fibblethip. And this is a Galaxy Foil. Photo Op. And the Photo Op is also a Galaxy Foil. Roxy, Publicist to the Stars. Showcase. The Grand Calculatron. So that's a list card. Grand Marshal Macy. So I'd have to see this compared with something else. It looks like they did something similar to the normal Galaxy well, to the Galaxy treatment here, um, with like the confetti-ish stuff in this view. Um, but I think that's just for this particular card, the way they went with the art with the foiling, and it may not be a Galaxy foil in and of itself. Uh, I would have to see it next to another for comparison. Forest and an island, which is definitely a Galaxy foil. There you go. Clown robot and food token. Ride guide. Vegetation abomination. Well done. Ticket turbo tubes. Blank balls of fire. Ballerina. Trivia contest is the attraction. Visit an opponent chooses blue card, enchantment card, or creature type. Then mills a card. You have 10 seconds to name something from the chosen category that starts with the same letter as the milled card if you do claim the prize. Wait a second. Opponent chooses blue card, enchantment card, or creature type. Then mills a card. You have 10 seconds to name something from the chosen category that starts with one of the same letters as the milled card. Okay. A little tricky there for me at 2 in the morning. Trust Chief Engineer. We have a big winner. I had a feeling that this was supposed to be a Galaxy foil, but doesn't look like it. This one is a Galaxy foil. So, mobile clone is a Galaxy foil. And this one's interesting. Well, so using a mobile device, take a picture of a target creature. That device enters the battlefield as a token. That's a photocopy of the pictured creature. And the photocopies include the aura's equipment and blah, blah, blah. So it's better than a normal clone where you're not picking up those extraneous things. The Space Family Goblinson. Already said that's a good card. Do-it-yourself Seraph. Vorthos, Steward of Myth. As Vorthos, Steward of Myth, enters the battlefield, choose a named magic character. Each spell you cast with the chosen character in its name, flavor text, or art costs 5 Wooburg less to cast. This effect reduces only the amount of colored mana you pay. So that's definitely a building exercise card. It is an acorn card, so it's only going to be good for this set, or if you rule 0 it, which I think some people may let you do just because it'll be fun to see a deck like that put together. Mountain, and here's a mountain with, where is it? Should have been, but it doesn't look like it, so I think this is also a normal thing. Is there any chance? Yeah, so I think we're missing out on, I don't know if we're supposed to or not, but I think that there may be some collation issues with this, because my other 2 boxes, it was always one of these, and then one regular borderless foil, and then one galaxy foil. Unless it got replaced by a shock or something like that. Clown, robot, treasure. Or those first 2 boxes were a fluke, and it really is supposed to be kind of random how that goes. But it just seems strange that both of the other boxes and every pack had 1, 2. Good day to pie. Line cutter. Seasoned Buttoneer. Impounding Lotbot. Monoxa, Midway Manager. Pin Collection. Clown Extruder. That was our attraction. Blue Ribbon is our... Oh, this is just a regular card in this set. Yeah, it is the silver border. All the chrome confused me. So, artifact equipment. When Blue Ribbon enters the battlefield, ask a person outside the game which creature you control is most deserving of a blue ribbon. Attach the blue ribbon to that creature. Equipped creature has best in show. So whenever another creature becomes the target of a spell or ability you control, you may copy that spell or ability. If you do, the copy targets this creature. Okay. Yeah, so this one's a new one to me. We have Minotaur de Force. And this is it? Yeah, this is a galaxy foil. There we go. Souvenir t-shirt, which is also a galaxy foil. And okay. Tusk and Whiskers. Masterful Ninja. That's our list card. We have Space Balerin. I think this is the showcase foil version of that. I don't see obvious evidence of Galaxy. And we have a Swamp, normal version, whereas here is the Galaxy foil version. Squirrel and a balloon. Plot armor. Non-human cannonball. Draconian Gatebot. Heading Zookeeper. Gray Merchant of Alphabet. Done for the day. Scavenger Hunt. That's our attraction. Clown Car. Get your head in the game. Okay, so here's a Captain Rex Nebula. And I do believe there is I think there's light evidence of this potentially being a Galaxy foil, but it's yeah, no, it is. It just doesn't look so special on that particular background. Monoxa Midway Manager, Showcase, Clock Napper as our silver border list card. Ignacio of Myra's Marvels, showcase foil, a Swamp, and a Forest with the Galaxy foil. Teddy bear, and a food. Okay, last regular pack. Okay, we have a dissatisfied customer. A Croaked Amphibinaut. Bar entry. Deadbeat attendant. Complaints clerk. Pie eating contest. Kitty coaster. That's our attraction. Another souvenir t-shirt. Non-human cannonball. Just double check. Yep, I think this was in a slot where it could have been a Galaxy, but it isn't. or at least it doesn't look like it. This one, yeah, this one should have been a Galaxy by rights as well. But if it is, it's very subtle. The Space Family Goblinson. Ah, Earl of Squirrel. You know, for you Chatterfang folks. I still don't know how these list cards fall with regards to legality. I don't know if they're being backdoored in as non-acorn cards that you can use, or whether they're just there for more unfun within the unfun environment, the Unfinity environment. But this is the card for making Infinitokens happy. Doodle Caricaturist. And we have a forest. And we have a plains. That's all galaxy blinged out. And we have a clown and treasure. So the only thing we have left is our box topper. Okay. And this card is a breeding pool. Okay. I think neither one of them is Galaxy, so we did get a Steam Vents and we did get a breeding pool. So say that's like $80. I'm guessing. So 120-ish if you add in Richard Garfield. Yeah, and I think the only thing new in here. Yeah, so the Sword of Dungeons and Dragons is like 10-ish. And don't think the other ones here were big, so I believe this is better than my last so not as good as my first box, but better than my second box. And for these, and I think these were 9-ish, maybe. Let me see. Yeah. So these are Galaxy Foil. So that adds some more on. And there were some decent cards in the rest of it. You know, I think it still doesn't add up to the box price, but it got a boost by like my last one only had one of the shocks. So I think that this worked out at least a little better. So I got 2 shocks plus the Richard Garfield, which I also got in the second box. So Yeah, some weird things with this box that were unexpected is how the lands turned out. So unless there's someone in here that is suddenly blinged out as a Galaxy one and I missed it, it seemed like uh, there was some slot mix-ups, or where you would have expected a Galaxy foil to be there and it wasn't. Um, it was just a regular one instead. Um, yeah, so it's very late, but I wanted to get this out of the way. I have to move myself on to Warhammer. So I have those pre-con decks, and so I got to sleeve them up because I'm going to be um, playing at least one of them tomorrow. Um, we'll see how that goes. Uh, so anyhow, thank you for watching. Um, and I do have more of this coming. I also have draft boxes, but those may be used in conjunction with the streaming game where we do like a sealed uh, commander deck build out of what's in the box. Um, yeah, so I don't know how that will go. Um, but I have to have self control and leave those alone for now. Um, I may be getting another collector's box tomorrow. I really should go through my orders and figure out uh, if anything else is coming beyond that. Um, yeah. So anyhow, these were the biggest hits. So Richard Garfield, the Sword of Dungeons and Dragons, the Steam Vents, and the Breeding Pool. So, uh, this is a good night for me, and where I'm at when I'm recording this. But I hope you all have a great weekend if I get this posted by tomorrow. Weekend will be appropriate, and I hope to see you back for the next video. Goodbye.